It's the world's greatest.
The following year, in 1979, the show became the world's greatest Super Friends. The Legion of Doom was dumped, as well as many of the extra characters from the previous years. The Wonder Twins and Gleek, however, still remained.
Why? Why did they have to stay?
It seemed like the writers may have been running out of steam as they started borrowing rather shamelessly from folklore and other popular fiction of the time. This included an episode that was clearly inspired by the Lord of the Rings series.
And so, the series, due to a lack of original ideas, was cancelled and... No, wait, it came back the next year.
By the next season, we saw the series going back to the simple name of Super Friends. They stopped with the attempts to ride the coattails of other stories and came up with some original tales. It also introduced another Captain Ethnic character in the form of El Dorado.
This version ran for one full season and a second shortened season due to a writer's strike. I wonder if it is because the writers felt that, now that they had to write original stories again, they should be paid more.
This was followed by Super Friends, the legendary Superpower Show. Back with the various ethnic diversity characters, as well as Green Lantern, and it introduced Firestorm, which had a young college student merging with his professor.
No, not that way.
Basically, these two combined into one hero. The student would control the body and his power to manipulate either his own atoms or those of inorganic forms, while the professor would simply be a voice in his head.
That must have been fun to explain. How did I know how to do that? Oh, the voice in my head told me.
It also introduced a new villain, Darkseid. If you don't know who he is, he makes the Legion of Doom look like a group of unruly kids.
To put it simply, he rules an entire planet called Apocalypse, where he is worshipped as a god. Let me repeat that. He rules a planet called Apocalypse and is worshipped as a god. He also has something called his Omega Effect. In the comics, these are beams that come from his eyes, tracking the target and dodging around obstacles, and basically can transform the target, remove it from all time and space, and even return a previously destroyed target to its original state.
He would remain their primary enemy in the final chapter of the series. They dropped the Super Friends name from the title, now calling the show the Superpowers Team Galactic Guardians. Again, another hero was added. This time, it was the reluctant teen hero Cyborg. Added as a friend and partner for Firestorm, in addition to having robotic limbs, giving him increased strength, he also had built-in weapons and the ability to interface with computers.
However, after only 8 episodes, the series ended. As a coincidence, the final episode was called The Death of Superman. I think we know who is to blame for his death.
And it's all my fault! My fault!
Wow, there you have it. Over a decade of Super Friends. Time for me to get out of here. Remember, if you have a question or topic for a future episode, I'd love to hear it. Until next time, this is Patrick Black for Four-Kolor Kitty, and I'll see you in the funny pages.